In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NHL games happening on November 1st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Carolina Hurricanes versus Boston Bruins. The Carolina Hurricanes head north to New England for a Saturday afternoon clash with the Boston Bruins at TD Garden, opening a packed National Hockey League schedule. Carolina is coming off a dominant 6-2 home win against the New York Islanders at Lenovo Center in Raleigh. The victory came with a setback as Seth Jarvis exited late in the third period after blocking a shot with his left skate, suffering a lower body injury. He is now listed as day-to-day alongside Shane Gostisbehere. Defenseman K'Andre Miller and Jacob Slavin remain on injured reserve, as do depth forwards William Carrier and Eric Robinson, and backup goaltender Pyotr Kochetkov. The Hurricanes face lineup adjustments and shifting chemistry as they manage these injuries. Boston enters this matchup in good form, having won 3 of its last 4 games and netting 9 goals over its past 2 outings. The Bruins hold a home record of 5 wins, 3 losses, and 0 overtime defeats, while Carolina has a road record of 4 wins, 2 losses, and 0 overtime defeats. Although the Hurricanes have struggled recently, they have faced a difficult stretch against elite opponents, including the Golden Knights, Stars, and Avalanche. Despite their uneven results, Carolina remains one of the top clubs in the Metropolitan Division, led by a strong defensive structure. Boston, meanwhile, is building momentum with key contributions from Morgan Geekie and David Pastrnak. Both teams bring contrasting trends into this meeting. The Hurricanes appear slightly unsettled due to injuries and changing combinations, while the Bruins have found rhythm and confidence through recent success. Early start times often tilt conditions toward the home side, which may carry subtle weight here. The underdog has prevailed in 4 of the past 7 meetings between these two teams, underscoring the unpredictability of the matchup. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Bruins money line is our full game side pick. When these clubs faced off last season, they combined to average 7 total goals per contest. Carolina owns one of the league's top scoring attacks, while Boston ranks 16th overall, averaging 3.31 goals per game. Defensively, both sides have shown vulnerability, each allowing at least 3 goals per game. That defensive inconsistency has opened opportunities for opponents and produced high-scoring affairs. The projected goaltending duel features 2 netminders with save percentages below .900, adding another layer of uncertainty to each team's defensive stability. Offensively, both groups can produce goals in bursts. The Hurricanes just scored 6 against the Islanders, with production coming from multiple lines. Boston's scoring push has relied heavily on Pastrnak and a surging Geekie, who have provided key offensive spark. Defensive breakdowns have been a concern for the Bruins, and Carolina's aggressive forecheck is designed to take advantage of those moments. At the same time, Boston's top unit remains capable of answering back quickly. With both teams leaning toward an open, high-tempo style, this contest sets up as one where scoring chances could accumulate throughout. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus Florida Panthers. The Dallas Stars meet the Florida Panthers, with both teams aiming to steady their early season form. Dallas holds a record of 6 wins, 3 losses, and 2 overtime defeats, while Florida sits at 5 wins, 5 losses, and 1 overtime defeat. Each team enters the contest looking to rebound after falling in overtime in its previous outing. Florida has controlled this series in recent matchups, posting a 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 overtime defeat record in the last 10 meetings with Dallas. Goaltender Jake Oettinger has struggled in his career on the road against the Panthers, owning a record of 0 wins, 3 losses, and 1 overtime defeat in 5 appearances, with a goals against average of 4.26 and a save percentage of .886. Offensively, neither team has found consistent production this season, which places a premium on the goaltending battle in this matchup. There is reason to weigh both sides carefully. Dallas offers some appeal at a plus money price, particularly given Florida's recent injuries and uneven results. results. Yet, the value remains limited considering the circumstances. The Panthers continue to play their strongest hockey on home ice, where their defensive structure has been reliable and effective. Dallas, on the other hand, has found difficulty generating shots and finishing scoring chances, especially against disciplined defensive teams. Given Edinger's ongoing challenges against Florida and the Panthers' steadiness in their own zone, the advantage shifts towards Sergei Bobrovsky and the Florida defensive core. Their ability to control the pace and stifle opposing attacks should define this contest, and the price supports that outlook. As our first pick for this matchup, the Florida Panthers money line is our full game side pick. Dallas saw its modest winning streak halted in its most recent game but still maintains a positive trend, going 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 overtime defeat in its past 4 contests. The Stars have been strong on the road with a 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime defeat record, while Florida has posted 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime defeat on home ice. The Panthers have struggled to build momentum, scoring 3 or fewer goals in 4 of their last 5 games. Their offense has yet to find rhythm, ranking among the lowest scoring teams early in the season. Dallas has also played a stretch of low-scoring games, going under 5.5 total goals in 5 straight outings. The Stars have gone under the total in 7 consecutive games, anchored by a defense that allows just 2.91 goals per contest. Led by Thomas Harley, Miro Heiskanen, and a disciplined defensive group, Dallas has created turnovers in its own zone, limited shot quality, and given Oettinger a chance to manage games efficiently. Florida, in turn, has allowed only 3 total goals in its last 2 contests, with Aaron Ekblad, Seth Jones, and Gustav Forsling reinforcing a defensive structure that controls space and pressures puck carriers. Bobrovsky has handled shots cleanly, helping suppress opponents' scoring. Both teams rely on structured, positionally sound play that minimizes open ice and reduces high-danger opportunities. This matchup projects as one built on defense and control rather than pace, with both sides aiming to dictate play through careful structure from the opening puck drop. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Philadelphia Flyers. The Toronto Maple Leafs travel to face the Philadelphia Flyers, with both clubs seeking to build on solid early season form. Toronto holds a record of 5 wins, 5 losses, and 1 overtime defeat, entering this matchup after a tough home loss that exposed some defensive flaws. Philadelphia stands at 6 wins, 3 losses, and 1 overtime defeat, riding a 3-game winning streak that has lifted them toward the top of the Eastern Conference standings. Philadelphia has played confident, structured hockey, and currently owns more points than Toronto. The Flyers have excelled on home ice, compiling 6 wins and 1 loss, and have received strong play in goal. Toronto, meanwhile, has yet to find success on the road, going winless in 3 away games this season. Defensive lapses and poor coverage have plagued their efforts away from home, and those issues remain unresolved heading into this contest. Toronto's struggles on the road have been consistent. The Maple Leafs have allowed at least 4 goals in each of their 3 away games and have failed to generate enough consistent pressure in the offensive zone to offset those defensive breakdowns. Philadelphia's early season form has exceeded expectations, with the team showing cohesion in all areas and capitalizing on opponents' mistakes. Against a Toronto side that continues to search for balance, the Flyers have an opportunity to take advantage of that inconsistency and maintain their strong home presence. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Flyers money line is our full game side pick. The Flyers have produced favorable results when positioned as underdogs at home, holding an over-under record of 2 wins and 0 losses in that role this season. Meanwhile, Toronto and Philadelphia have combined for high-scoring games in recent meetings, with the Maple Leafs posting an over-under mark of 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 push across their last 10 matchups against the Flyers. Philadelphia's defense and goaltending have anchored much of their early success, limiting opponents' quality scoring chances and controlling tempo. However, facing Toronto presents a different kind of challenge. The Maple Leafs boast one of the league's most dynamic offenses, capable of striking quickly and often when given time and space. Toronto's issue has been on the back end, where inconsistent goaltending and defensive lapses have made containment difficult. With both teams showing clear strengths in one area and weaknesses in another, this game has the potential to swing back and forth throughout. Philadelphia will look to contain Toronto's top forwards, while the Maple Leafs will aim to generate enough offensive momentum to overcome their defensive shortcomings. The balance between these opposing styles could create a tight, fast-paced contest that may not be settled in regulation. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Ottawa Senators versus Montreal Canadiens. The Ottawa Senators square off against the Montreal Canadiens, with both teams aiming to build on promising starts to their campaigns. Ottawa enters the game with a record of 6 wins, 5 losses, and 1 overtime defeat, coming off a spirited comeback that lifted them into 3rd place in the Atlantic Division. Montreal stands at 8 wins and 3 losses, having claimed back-to-back victories that secured their hold on 2nd place in the same division. This meeting should be one of the weekend's most compelling matchups, featuring 2 energetic and youthful rosters capable of producing exciting, fast-paced hockey. Ottawa has had the upper hand recently, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings between the two clubs. Still, Montreal has held serve at home, taking the last 2 games against the Senators in their own building. The Canadiens have also shown strength early on home ice this season, holding a record of 3 wins and 1 loss, which gives them confidence heading into this contest. Both teams arrive in solid form, though Montreal has maintained greater consistency across all areas of play. The Canadiens hold the superior overall record, have performed well at home, and have shown better balance both offensively and defensively than the Senators. Goaltending also tilts slightly in Montreal's favor, as Ottawa's Linus Ullmark has yet to find steady footing this season. Given these dynamics, the Canadiens appear well positioned to handle this test on their home ice. As our first pick for this matchup, the Montreal Canadiens money line is our full game side pick. While both goaltenders bring quality and experience, this matchup centers more on the skill and energy of each team's youthful core. The recent history between these two clubs points toward high-scoring outcomes, with the over hitting in 7 of their last 10 head-to-head meetings. Their last 3 matchups have produced totals of 7, 9, and 7 goals respectively, suggesting a trend toward open, end-to-end play. For Ottawa, offensive production has fueled much of their season, as the over has hit in 7 of their last 10 games overall. The Senators' road contests, in particular, have leaned toward higher totals, averaging 10 combined goals across their last 3 away from home. Montreal has followed a similar trajectory, with the over landing in 5 of their previous 10 games, along with 2 pushes. The Canadiens' home slate has also featured steady scoring, averaging 4 goals across their last 4 at Bell Center. Both teams bring youthful speed and offensive creativity to the ice, and their recent trends suggest another up-tempo contest, where chances should come frequently for both sides. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Blackhawks versus Edmonton Oilers. North of the border, the Edmonton Oilers host the Chicago Blackhawks in a Saturday night Western Conference matchup. Chicago enters with a record of 5 wins, 4 losses, and 2 overtime defeats, coming off a lopsided loss in their most recent outing. Edmonton stands at 5 wins, 4 losses, and 3 overtime defeats, and has dropped 3 of its last 4 contests. This game marks the first meeting between the two teams this season. Chicago's defense was strong through the early stretch of the schedule but faltered in its last game, giving up a season-high 6 goals. Edmonton's defensive play has also been a problem, as breakdowns in their own zone have contributed to their recent struggles. Despite having elite offensive talent in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, the Oilers have yet to find consistent rhythm on the attack. Edmonton has lost 3 of its last 4 games but remains favored to win at home, where it holds a record of 3 wins, 0 losses, and 2 overtime defeats. Chicago has been competitive on the road, sitting at 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 overtime defeat. The Blackhawks have exceeded early expectations, relying on sound team defense and steady goaltending to stay in games. While the Oilers' power play remains one of the most dangerous in the league, their defensive lapses and uneven goaltending continue to make them unpredictable. Edmonton has covered the puck line only once in its last 5 meetings against Chicago and sits at 3 wins and 9 losses against the spread this season. Meanwhile, Chicago's penalty kill ranks 9th in the league at 85.1%, and Spencer Knight has provided reliable goaltending in most of his starts. On the other side, Stuart Skinner has struggled, and the Oilers' defensive zone play continues to be a weak point. Given Edmonton's inconsistency and Chicago's ability to hang tough in most games, the betting line offers little value on the home favorite. The Oilers may find their stride soon, but until they demonstrate stability, the price does not justify backing them here. Chicago has proven capable of staying competitive throughout the season, often outperforming expectations, and this matchup sets up as another opportunity for them to keep things close. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Blackhawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Recent trends point toward offensive production from both sides. The total has gone over in Edmonton's last 3 games and in Chicago's last 2. The Blackhawks had been playing structured defense before their recent breakdown, while the Oilers continue to struggle with coverage in front of their net. Edmonton's offense, however, remains potent and should generate plenty of chances here, especially at home. Chicago has been steady offensively, capable of capitalizing on defensive mistakes and pushing the pace when given time and space. Combined with Edmonton's tendency to trade scoring chances, the ingredients are in place for an open, fast-paced contest where goals could come frequently. Both teams enter with enough offensive skill to turn this matchup into a high-event game. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.